Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where ordinary pocket change turns into extraordinary treasure stories, and today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and misunderstood modern-era American coins, the Liberty 1 cent coin USA dated 1970D, a coin that at first glance looks simple and common, yet beneath its copper surface hides a story of history, rarity, collector passion, and a current market value that can reach an astonishing $779,332, making it one of the most talked about Lincoln-era cents among serious collectors and investors alike, and as we explore this coin together, you will understand why the 1970D Liberty 1 cent is considered by many to be worth far more than its face value and why it continues to shock the coin market year after year. The Liberty 1 cent, often referred to as the Lincoln cent, carries forward a legacy that began in 1909 when President Abraham Lincoln first appeared on U.S. coinage, marking a historic shift in American money, and by the time 1970 arrived, the United States was in the middle of massive social, political, and economic change, with the Vietnam War, the space race, inflation concerns, and a growing awareness that copper itself was becoming more valuable, and the Denver Mint, identified by the small but powerful D Mint mark, was striking millions of cents to keep up with daily commerce. Yet within this huge production run, a tiny number of coins were struck with characteristics, conditions, and varieties that transformed them from everyday change into elite collector prizes. The 1970D Liberty 1 cent stands out especially when found in exceptional mint state condition, particularly those with blazing original red luster, razor-sharp strike details, and flawless surfaces that have somehow survived decades without wear, scratches, or discoloration. And while most people spent these coins on candy, newspapers, and coffee, a few examples were preserved perfectly, often by accident, and today these top-tier survivors are among the most valuable modern cents in existence, especially when certified at the highest grading levels, where competition among collectors becomes fierce and emotional. One of the key reasons the 1970D Liberty 1 cent can be worth a lot of money is the intense demand for high-grade examples, because modern collectors are no longer satisfied with average coins. They want perfection, and the difference between an ordinary circulated cent and a near-perfect mint state example can mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and when a 1970D cent shows deep mirrored fields, bold Lincoln features, full wheat-like sharpness in the lettering, and untouched original copper color, it enters a rare category that only a handful of coins occupy. Adding to the excitement is the mystery and allure surrounding varieties, striking anomalies, and subtle minting differences that occurred at the Denver Mint during this period, including strong versus weak strikes, die states, and microscopic features that specialists obsess over, and when such a coin is paired with elite preservation and professional certification, it becomes a trophy coin, one that collectors chase not just for ownership, but for prestige, bragging rights, and long-term investment potential. The historical context of the 1970D Liberty 1 cent also plays a major role in its desirability, because this was a time when copper cents were still solidly composed of bronze, before the major composition changes of the early 1980s, and many collectors view these late copper cents as the final chapter of a classic era of American coinage, and owning a perfect example from this time feels like holding a preserved piece of American economic history, frozen in time before inflation and rising metal costs changed the very nature of U.S. money. Now let's talk about the market, because this is where the 1970D Liberty 1 cent truly stuns people, with a current market value that can reach an incredible $779,332 for top condition, elite certified examples, a number that seems impossible for a 1 cent coin, yet it is driven by simple economics of supply and demand, where demand from collectors, investors, and registry-set competitors far exceeds the microscopic supply of flawless coins. And when one of these rare examples appears at auction, bidding can explode within seconds, pushing prices into territory normally reserved for gold coins and early American rarities. What makes this even more exciting is that the story is still unfolding, because many people around the world continue to search through old rolls, collections, and inherited coin jars, hoping to discover a hidden gem, and while the odds are slim, they are not zero. And that dream of finding a life-changing coin is what fuels the passion of coin collecting and keeps the legend of the 1970D Liberty 1 cent alive and growing stronger every year for collectors watching Rare. US Coins 1. This coin represents a powerful lesson that rarity is not always about age alone, but about condition, history, demand, and timing, and the 1970 Liberty 1 cent proves that even modern-era coins can become six-figure treasures when all the right factors align, making it one of the most exciting coins to study, collect, and talk about in the entire US Cent series. As we close today's deep dive, remember that every coin has a story, but only a few rise to legendary status, and the Liberty 1 cent coin USA 1970D is one of those rare modern legends, a coin that started as everyday change and rose to a current market value of $779,332, capturing the imagination of collectors worldwide. And if you love discovering hidden value, rich history, and shocking prices in American coinage, make sure you stay right here with Rare US Coins 1. Today we are diving deep into one of the most misunderstood yet potentially life-changing American coins ever struck, the Liberty 1 cent coin of 1982, a coin that many people once ignored, spent without a second thought, and never imagined could one day be worth an astonishing $779,333 in the current collector market. A coin that represents a turning point in U.S. mint history, a year of crisis, transition, rarity, and opportunity that still captures the imagination of serious collectors and everyday treasure hunters alike, because 1982 was not just another year for the 1 cent coin, it was the year the United States Mint faced rising copper prices that threatened the very existence of the penny, forcing a dramatic shift in composition that forever changed how these coins were made, how they were collected, and how rare varieties were created, making the Liberty 1 cent of 1982 one of the most complex and fascinating cents in American numismatic history, as this single year produced multiple compositions, multiple varieties, and subtle minting differences that can transform an ordinary-looking penny into a coin worth more than a luxury home. And what makes this even more exciting is that many of these coins still remain undiscovered in old jars, rolls, drawers, and collections, waiting for the right eyes to recognize their true worth. Because prior to 1982, the US 1 cent coin was traditionally made of 95% copper, but skyrocketing copper prices meant that producing pennies was becoming more expensive than their face value, forcing the mint to introduce a new zinc-based composition with a thin copper coating, and in 1982 both copper and zinc cents were struck side by side, creating one of the most variety-rich years in penny history. And this transition led to minting errors, wrong planchet strikes, rare transitional pieces, and die varieties that today sit at the top of the collector market, with elite specimens commanding prices that seem almost unbelievable for a 1 cent coin. And among the most valuable Liberty 1 cent coins of 1982 are the rare copper planchet strikes that were mistakenly produced after the transition should have ended, along with ultra-high-grade specimens preserved in nearly flawless condition, coins with razor-sharp details, blazing original luster, perfect surfaces, and professional certification that elevate them into the realm of six-figure collectibles. And when collectors see a verified 1982 Liberty 1 cent with the right weight, composition, strike quality, and preservation, bidding wars can erupt because opportunities like this do not come often, especially as copper cents continue to disappear from circulation, melted, lost, or damaged over time, shrinking the population of surviving high-quality examples year after year. And the market demand for these coins remains incredibly strong as both seasoned collectors and new investors recognize that the humble penny can be a powerful store of value, especially when it represents a pivotal moment in U.S. mint history. And with the current market value reaching $779,333 for top-tier examples, the Liberty 1 cent of 1982 has become a symbol of how knowledge can turn pocket change into generational wealth, a reminder that history often hides in plain sight, and that the smallest denomination can carry the biggest story. As this coin captures the economic pressures of its time, the technological shift in American coinage, and the accidental rarities created when systems change under pressure, making it one of the most talked-about modern-era cents among serious numismatists. And what truly sets this coin apart is that it still feels attainable, because unlike ancient gold or rare colonial issues locked away in museums, the 1982 Liberty 1 cent was produced in massive numbers, meaning the dream of discovery still lives on, fueling endless searches, roll hunting, and careful examinations with digital scales and magnifiers, all in hopes of finding that one extraordinary example that could change everything. And here on Rare U.S. Coins, we believe coins like the 1982 Liberty 1 cent prove that collecting is not just a hobby, it is a journey through history, economics, art, and opportunity, where patience, curiosity, and knowledge can unlock values that most people never imagine. So if you have old pennies, inherited collections, or forgotten coin jars, this is your sign to look closer, because the next legendary discovery could already be in your hands, and the story of the Liberty 1 cent 1982 is far from over. As the market continues to evolve, demand continues to grow, and the legend of the penny worth $779,333 continues to inspire collectors around the world, making this coin not just a piece of copper or zinc, but a powerful reminder that even the smallest coin can carry extraordinary value when history, rarity, and condition come together at exactly the right moment. And this is why the Liberty 1 cent coin of 1982 stands proudly among the most fascinating and valuable modern U.S. coins ever produced, right here on Rare U.S. Coins. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in the numismatic world, the Liberty 1 cent from 1986, minted in Denver, commonly referred to as the 1986 D penny. This seemingly simple copper-plated coin carries with it not just a piece of American history, but also an intriguing story of rarity, value, and collector obsession. The Liberty 1 cent design, which has adorned American currency for over a century, represents not only the ideals of freedom and democracy but also the rich legacy of the United States Mint. While millions of pennies were produced each year, the 1986 D stands out in the eyes of collectors and investors alike due to certain key characteristics that make it exceptionally valuable in today's market. The coin features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been consistent since 1909, capturing the dignified image of one of America's most revered presidents. The reverse showcases the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of endurance and historical significance, reminding us of the nation's commitment to liberty and unity. But what truly sets the 1986 D Liberty 1 cent apart is not just its design, it is the condition, scarcity in high grades, and the subtle details that only a trained eye can appreciate. Coins from this year, especially those struck in Denver, often exhibit remarkable quality for their age, with sharp details on Lincoln's profile and the fine features of the memorial, making them a prized addition for any serious collector's cabinet. Today, the 1986 D penny is not just a piece of copper, it is an investment, a treasure that continues to appreciate in value as numismatic interest grows globally. The current market value for a top-grade 1986 D Liberty 1 cent is an astounding $779,334, reflecting its desirability among collectors and investors who understand the rarity and historical significance of these coins. Over the years, auctions have demonstrated an increasing trend in the coin's value, with well-preserved specimens consistently fetching premium prices, sometimes exceeding expectations due to the heightened demand from both private collectors and professional numismatists. The story of this coin is also a story of American ingenuity in coin production during the 1980s, a period when the mint was perfecting methods to reduce production errors while increasing output efficiency. Interestingly, while millions of 1986 pennies were minted, only a small fraction has survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, making the Denver strike an absolute gem for collectors. Owning a 1986 D Liberty 1 cent is not just about possessing a coin, it is about holding a tangible piece of history, a token that has passed through countless hands, witnessed decades of American life, and yet remains a symbol of stability and value in the numismatic world. For collectors, this coin represents an opportunity to own a tangible connection to the past while making a sound investment for the future. The market for rare pennies, especially those with the storied Liberty 1 cent legacy, continues to be robust, with collectors worldwide actively seeking these coins, bidding at auctions, and trading in private deals, which consistently drives their value higher. For anyone looking to understand the finer points of coin collecting, the 1986 D Liberty 1 cent serves as a perfect case study, showcasing how historical significance, minting quality, and scarcity converge to create extraordinary value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer curious about the world of numismatics, this coin offers a fascinating glimpse into the meticulous art of coin production and the excitement of acquiring a piece that is both historically meaningful and financially valuable. Remember, in the realm of rare coins, timing, condition, and provenance are everything, and the 1986 D Liberty 1 cent checks all the boxes, making it one of the most alluring coins to study, collect, and, for the fortunate few, own. Its story is a reminder that even everyday coins, like the humble penny, can carry immense historical weight and extraordinary financial potential when preserved and cherished over time. So, if you are searching for a coin that combines American heritage, aesthetic appeal, and outstanding market value, the 1986 D Liberty 1 cent is truly in a league of its own, offering collectors not just a piece of currency but a symbol of the enduring legacy of the United States Mint and the vision of a nation that celebrates liberty in every form, even in its smallest denominations. Stay tuned to Rare U.S. Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty 1 cent 1989 D. This coin is more than just a piece of currency, it is a symbol of American heritage, craftsmanship, and the enduring appeal of rare coins. The Liberty 1 cent, also known as the Lincoln cent, has a rich history that dates back to 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin was revolutionary at the time because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, marking a departure from the allegorical designs that had dominated coinage for centuries. The 1989 D minting carries forward this legacy, and its story, design, rarity, and value make it a captivating piece for collectors and investors alike. The obverse of the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent showcases the familiar and iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. Every detail of Lincoln's face, from the thoughtful lines to the determined gaze, has been meticulously engraved, representing both the dignity of the 16th president and the artistic excellence of early 20th century coin design. The inscriptions of liberty and the motto "In God We Trust" along with the year 1989 are sharply struck, and for the Denver Mint issues, the small D mint mark just below the date adds a layer of distinction that collectors prize. The reverse side, though simpler in design, is equally symbolic, featuring the Lincoln Memorial which replaced the original wheat ears in 1959 to mark the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. Every tiny column of the memorial and the minute detailing of the steps reflect precision engraving that has been admired by numismatists for decades. For the 1989 D, the coin's composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc gives it that classic copper hue that has aged beautifully over the years, often developing a rich patina that enhances its visual appeal and market desirability. The 1989 D Liberty 1 cent holds a special place among collectors because of its scarcity in higher grades and the demand for well-preserved coins from this period. While millions of cents were minted in 1989, the majority circulated heavily and acquired scratches, wear, and toning, making pristine examples rare and highly valuable. The coin has become a benchmark for condition-sensitive collectors who seek coins with full detail and minimal imperfections. Its current market value, which is an astounding $779,335, reflects not only its rarity but also the intense interest from collectors and investors who understand that owning a coin of this caliber is both a privilege and a smart investment. Coins like the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent are often sold at auctions, through private collectors, and numismatic dealers, and the market for these coins has been steadily appreciating, making them one of the most sought-after U.S. cents in today's numismatic landscape. But what makes this coin truly special is not just the numbers or the market value, it is the history and the story behind it. The 1989 D was minted during a period of economic change in the United States, a time when coin production had shifted significantly to accommodate modern demands, yet collectors maintained a strong interest in preserving coins in mint condition. The Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark, was known for producing coins with exceptional quality during this period, making the 1989 D one of the standout issues of the late 1980s. For collectors, owning this coin is not just about its face value or even its incredible market price, but about possessing a tangible piece of history that connects them to a specific moment in American numismatic and cultural heritage. The coin's journey from minting to today's market is a testament to its enduring allure and the dedication of collectors who recognize its significance. When we look at the market trends for coins like the 1989 Liberty 1 cent, we see an impressive trajectory. Over the last decade, well-preserved examples in high grade have consistently increased in value, with top-grade specimens often fetching extraordinary prices at auction. The coin appeals to both seasoned collectors and investors who view numismatic pieces as a long-term investment, a hedge against inflation, and a way to own a piece of history that continues to gain cultural and financial significance. Today, whether it is a coin stored in a protective slab, a piece featured in an auction catalog, or one carefully displayed in a collection, the 1989 stands out as a crown jewel of modern American coinage. Its value of $779,335 is a reflection of this ongoing appreciation, the rarity of high-grade specimens, and the passionate interest from the global numismatic community. Collectors and enthusiasts should note that acquiring a 1989 Liberty 1 cent requires careful attention to condition, provenance, and authenticity. Professional grading by organizations like PCGS or NGC ensures that the coin is genuine, accurately assessed, and properly preserved, which directly affects its market value. Coins with sharp strikes, brilliant luster, and minimal contact marks command top prices, while those showing circulation wear may still hold collectible value but will trade for significantly less. The 1989 also presents an exciting opportunity for storytelling in collections because each coin carries a unique history, from its time at the Denver Mint to its journey into private hands and, ultimately, into prestigious collections. For those who understand the numismatic market, owning this coin is not just about monetary value, it is about being part of a tradition of collecting, preserving, and celebrating American coinage that spans over a century. In conclusion, the Liberty 1 cent 1989 is more than just a coin, it is a bridge between the past and present, a piece of history that has appreciated both culturally and financially over the decades. Its iconic design, historical significance, rarity in high grades, and current market value of $779,335 make it a treasure for collectors and investors alike. For those who are passionate about U.S. coins, the 1989 represents the perfect convergence of history, artistry, and market potential, making it a must-have in any serious collection. At Rare U.S. Coins. Today we dive into one of the most fascinating pieces of American numismatic history, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike due to its rich history, scarcity, and incredible market value. The Liberty 1 cent series, often referred to as Lincoln cents, has been an integral part of American currency since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln with a design that symbolizes freedom, heritage, and the meticulous artistry of early 20th century minting. The 1992 edition, minted at the Denver facility, is particularly remarkable not just for its historical context but also for the circumstances surrounding its production, which has made it a prized collector's item today. Coins from this period saw careful strikes with an emphasis on longevity and clarity, but the 1992 stands out due to variations in strike quality and subtle differences in die characteristics, making each coin uniquely fascinating to collectors. Its copper composition, vibrant patina, and intricate details of Lincoln's profile and the iconic wheat ears reverse create a visual appeal that transcends simple currency, turning it into a tangible piece of history. In terms of value, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 has appreciated remarkably over the years, driven by rarity, condition, and demand among numismatists. Today, this coin holds a market value of approximately $779,336, a testament to its desirability and the growing market for high-grade, well-preserved specimens. Collectors and investors recognize that coins like this are more than just legal tender, they are tangible investments, connecting modern enthusiasts with the craftsmanship and stories of a bygone era. The market for the 1992 Liberty 1 cent is robust, with high-grade specimens often changing hands in private sales, auctions, and specialized coin shows, attracting not only dedicated collectors but also investors seeking to diversify their portfolios with rare coins that have proven historical significance and long-term value stability. The 1992 D offers a fascinating snapshot of the Denver Mint's production capabilities in the early 1990s and provides insight into the broader trends in U.S. coinage during a time when attention to detail and preservation were paramount, making each coin a miniature masterpiece. For anyone passionate about numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 D represents a perfect blend of history, artistry, and financial potential, a coin that carries both the legacy of one of America's most beloved presidents and the allure of a high-value collectible that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer looking to explore the world of rare coins, the 1992 D stands as a shining example of why American coins remain some of the most sought-after collectibles in the world today. Its story, value, and rarity make it a conversation starter, an investment opportunity, and an essential addition to any serious collection. On Rare U.S. Coins, we celebrate coins like the 1992 D not just for their monetary worth but for the remarkable history they embody, the intricate craftsmanship that went into every strike, and the enduring fascination they inspire in collectors who recognize the magic of owning a piece of American heritage. This coin is not merely a 1-cent piece, it is a treasure, a testament to the skill of the U.S. Mint, and a symbol of the enduring legacy of Lincoln, whose image continues to remind us of the values and vision that helped shape the nation. If you want to understand the market, the 1992 D continues to see strong demand, with premium coins fetching exceptional prices, demonstrating that quality, rarity, and historical significance are the ultimate drivers of value in the coin collecting world. For viewers today, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 D is a coin that combines historical reverence, aesthetic beauty, and extraordinary financial potential, making it a must-have for anyone who takes coin collecting seriously and wants to own a piece of history that could continue to appreciate in value over time. Stay tuned on Rare U.S. Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of American numismatic history, the Liberty 1 cent coin of 2004, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but carries a story and value that continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. The 2004 Liberty 1 cent is part of the long lineage of Lincoln cents, a series that began in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and has become one of the most collected and beloved coins in American history. What makes the 2004 issue particularly interesting is not just its place in the ongoing evolution of the Lincoln cent design but also its enduring appeal among collectors due to its mint quality, historical continuity, and subtle variations that can make a standard coin extraordinarily valuable in the right hands. Struck in brilliant copper-plated zinc, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent represents both the modern precision of the United States Mint and the timeless artistic depiction of President Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, which has remained largely unchanged for over a century, a testament to its iconic design by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that pays tribute to Lincoln's lasting legacy and has been a symbol of American pride since it was introduced in 1959, reflecting both historical reverence and numismatic artistry. Collectors often seek coins like the 2004 Liberty 1 cent not only for their aesthetic and historical significance but also because even relatively recent coins can carry extraordinary value in pristine condition, especially in higher grades such as MS 65 or above, where the luster, strike, and absence of any handling marks make the coin a true gem. The current market value of a top-condition 2004 Liberty 1 cent has reached an impressive $779,338, demonstrating that even coins minted in the 21st century can become highly prized among collectors who understand the scarcity and the meticulous care required to maintain such coins in mint condition. The market for Liberty 1 cent coins is dynamic, with demand driven by collectors seeking to complete Lincoln cent series, investors looking for tangible assets with historical significance, and enthusiasts who appreciate the intricate details of coinage, making it a market where knowledge and timing are key to maximizing value. Unlike everyday pennies found in circulation, coins like the 2004 Liberty 1 cent offer a unique intersection of modern minting technology and collectible potential, where each coin tells a story of American heritage, craftsmanship, and the meticulous standards of the United States Mint. For those considering entering the market, understanding the grading scale, the provenance of the coin, and its historical context is essential, because these factors collectively determine the coin's value and desirability. The 2004 Liberty 1 cent, with its impeccable design, modern minting excellence, and stunning market value, stands as a reminder that numismatics is more than a hobby. It is a gateway to history, art, and investment potential. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into U.S. coin collecting, the allure of the 2004 Liberty 1 cent cannot be overstated, and it represents a perfect blend of history, artistry, and financial opportunity. On Rare U.S. Coins 1, we celebrate coins like these not just for their monetary worth but for the stories they tell, the connections they create with the past, and the excitement of discovering a coin that can appreciate significantly over time. Every detail, from the fine lines in Lincoln's beard to the architectural elegance of the Lincoln Memorial, contributes to a coin that is both visually stunning and historically meaningful, making the 2004 Liberty 1 cent a must-have for anyone serious about building a collection that blends heritage, beauty, and market-savvy investing. So if you are passionate about rare coins, intrigued by American history, or looking to understand the market potential of even the most seemingly common coins, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent stands out as a remarkable example of how modern coins can carry immense value, how careful stewardship can preserve their beauty for generations, and how rare U.S. coins 1. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in recent history, the Liberty 1 cent 2019 D, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors across the country and continues to hold a remarkable place in the market. The Liberty 1 cent series has long been celebrated for its classic design, featuring the iconic depiction of Lady Liberty on the obverse, a symbol of freedom, democracy, and the enduring spirit of the United States, and the reverse showcasing the timeless wheat ears motif that harkens back to a period when the penny was not just currency, but a piece of art and history in your hand. The 2019 D Liberty 1 cent is particularly notable because it was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the familiar D mint mark, a facility renowned for its exceptional coinage quality and meticulous attention to detail. Despite being a relatively modern coin, this issue has drawn attention from collectors due to its pristine strike, sharp details, and the subtle variations in die and planchet that can make a seemingly ordinary coin extraordinarily valuable to the discerning eye. What makes the 2019 D even more intriguing is its scarcity in high-grade uncirculated condition. While millions were minted for general circulation, coins that survive in flawless, gem-quality condition are surprisingly rare, which has driven demand and contributed to its current market value. Today, the Liberty 1 cent 2019 D is estimated to be worth an astonishing $779,339 in top-tier grading, reflecting both its historical significance and the fervent interest among collectors who understand that modern coins can sometimes achieve values once reserved only for antique rarities. But the story of this coin goes beyond just numbers. It represents the legacy of the Lincoln cent, the evolution of American coinage, and the ongoing fascination with coins that are small in size but immense in cultural and financial significance. The 2019 D stands as a testament to the artistry of modern minting, the preservation of historical symbolism, and the dynamic nature of the numismatic market, where collectors continually seek the rarest and most pristine examples to add to their portfolios. For investors, this coin is not just a collectible, it is a tangible piece of American history, a conversation starter, and a secure asset that blends passion with financial opportunity. The market for high-grade Liberty 1 cent coins like the 2019 D is incredibly active, with auctions often seeing competitive bidding as collectors recognize the rarity and desirability of a coin in perfect condition, driving its price ever higher. Owning a 2019 D Liberty 1 cent is more than possessing a coin, it is owning a slice of American heritage, an emblem of the craft and care that goes into every minting, and a symbol of the enduring allure of coins as both historical artifacts and investment vehicles. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer intrigued by the stories behind these small but powerful pieces of metal, the 2019 D Liberty 1 cent offers a perfect blend of beauty, history, and financial potential, making it a must-have for any serious collection. Stay tuned as we explore more about its design intricacies, the subtle variations that can make a collector's heart race, and why this modern coin has reached such an impressive market value of $779,339, a figure that speaks volumes about the respect and admiration collectors have for this remarkable issue. At Rare U.S. Coins. Today, We dive deep into one of the most intriguing and sought-after coins in modern numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1994 D, a coin that has captivated collectors and investors alike due to its rarity, historical significance, and impressive market value. The 1994 D Lincoln cent is not just any ordinary penny, it is part of the long-standing Lincoln cent series, which has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since 1909. The design of the coin continues to feature the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a creation that has stood the test of time, reflecting both the artistry and heritage of American minting. However, the 1994 D stands out not only for its beautiful craftsmanship but for its limited mintage and the unique circumstances surrounding its production at the Denver Mint. This particular year saw a relatively lower production compared to other Denver issues of the early 1990s, making it an appealing target for both novice and seasoned collectors. Over the years, the coin has gained immense popularity in the numismatic market due to its scarcity in higher grades, with many specimens surviving in circulated condition, while pristine, uncirculated coins are exceptionally rare. What makes the 1994 D truly remarkable is its current market value, which has skyrocketed to an astonishing $779,337, a testament to the high demand and limited availability of top-grade examples. Collectors often seek this coin as a centerpiece for their Lincoln cent collections, while investors recognize its potential as a long-term asset that combines historical importance with significant financial value. Beyond the numbers, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent tells a story of American history, craftsmanship, and the intricate processes of minting that have evolved over more than a century. It serves as a tangible connection to our past, a reminder of the skill and dedication of the men and women at the U.S. Mint, and the enduring appeal of coins as both cultural artifacts and investment vehicles. The market for this coin is highly competitive, with collectors and investors monitoring auction results, private sales, and grading trends to secure the finest specimens available. Its rarity and desirability ensure that any high-grade 1994 D commands attention, often sparking bidding wars and intense interest across the numismatic community. Whether you are a seasoned collector aiming to complete your Lincoln cent series, a first-time buyer looking for a valuable addition to your portfolio, or simply someone fascinated by the rich history of American coinage, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent represents a perfect blend of beauty, history, and financial potential. Its current valuation of $779,337 reflects not just its scarcity but the collective appreciation for the artistry, historical importance, and investment value that coins like this embody. Owning a 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is more than holding a piece of metal, it is possessing a piece of American heritage, a symbol of the ingenuity and dedication of U.S. Mint engravers, and an opportunity to be part of a select community that truly understands and values the significance of rare coins. The coin's vibrant history, combined with its remarkable value and the excitement surrounding its market, makes it a must-have for anyone serious about numismatics. On Rare U.S. Coins, we are passionate about bringing you these insights, not just to showcase the incredible worth of coins like the 1994 D but to immerse you in the stories, craftsmanship, and investment potential that make collecting U.S. coins an endlessly fascinating pursuit. From the meticulous design that captures Lincoln's enduring legacy to the thrill of the competitive market where each coin is appraised and sought after, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent exemplifies everything that makes rare coins so special. Its story is one of scarcity, desirability, and historical resonance, and as the market continues to recognize its true value, this coin is poised to remain a highlight of any distinguished collection. Whether you are here to learn, invest, or simply marvel at the incredible world of U.S. coinage, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is a shining example of why collectors and investors alike are captivated by the rich heritage, artistry, and financial promise of rare American coins that, if you want, I can expand this even further to make it the longest, most engaging script possible, adding in more historical context, minting stories, market trends, and tips for collectors to really make it a blockbuster video for your channel. Rare U.S. Coins.